And some of the proofs, what are some of the proofs to establish everything that we've mentioned? There are many evidences in the Quran. For the purpose of being brief, we'll mention a couple of types of evidences. What are the evidences that the Sharia has come for these maqasid, right? For these masalih, for these benefits, and to repel the harms? Well, first of all, proof is the statement of Allah Azza wa Jal, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. This is a clear evidence. In Surah Al-Anbiya 21 verse 107. We did not send you, meaning O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, except as a mercy to mankind, to all the worlds. And mercy must include looking after the beneficial interest of the servants and repelling harms from them. It just follows on from that. This is a clear general proof. Number two, the second type of evidence, this is a general evidence. Second type of evidence is that we can see that in many specific instances, the commands or the prohibitions have reasons attached to them. For example, Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Indeed, prayer, it prohibits from al-fahsha, which is shameful deeds, and al-munkar, which is evil. Here clearly it is mentioned the consequence or the effects of the prayer. Right? Here's a clear evidence. And likewise in the law of retribution, al-qisas. وَلَكُمْ فِي الْقِسَاسِ حَيَاتٌ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. And in the law of retribution there is for you life, O people of understanding. So here clearly is mentioned that the purpose behind the laws of retribution, like murder and harm to people's limbs and so on and so forth, what is the objective behind it? What is the goal? It is to protect life. It is to protect life. Right? So when someone is a cold-blooded murderer, then from the law of retribution is that his life is taken. When his life is taken, it prevents other people from thinking from doing the same. And as a result of which, it protects people's lives. So look at the ayah. Right? So you can start to see now, let's just stop on this note and think about these misguided, deluded people who speak about, who have this liberalist views about, well, it is human rights and all of this, right? So under the guise of human rights, they do not punish people in a manner that is actual justice. You murdered someone in cold blood, and you took away that person's life, and from his dependents you took away, all of the interests of those people, his wife, his children, his society. You killed that person, and you took him out of that society. His children suffer, his wife suffers, and you ended his life. It is justice. If the family of the one who's murdered wants it, it is from justice that your life is taken. That's pure justice. Then when your life is taken, it sends a message to everybody else that there is a value to life. There is a value to life. This law proves that there's a value to life, and that Muslims value life. So when your life is now taken, that is pure justice. And other people will be scared to basically, murder. So very quickly what starts happening is that murders decrease. And there is life. Right? And then it is from the utmost of stupidity for you to come along and claim, oh, well, it's barbaric and we need human rights. What human rights are you talking about? This guy's going to go into prison. He's going to be fed. He's going to be clothed. He's going to have a TV for 10, 15 years of his life. He's going to go out and do pastimes, bodybuilding, and whatever else. You've just put him, he's committed a crime, and you've put him in a hotel. It's essentially a hotel, that's all it is. Not very nice looking at the walls, but essentially you've got your food, you've got your drink, you've got your bed, you've got your, the essentials of cleanliness and whatever else. You've got pastime, leisure, and you can take courses and whatever else. And in 10 years you'll be out. Right? You put him in a hotel. Then all of the cost, who's paying for that? This man, for his hotel expenses. Who's paying for that? Society. Right? Who's benefiting out of all of the legalities which are then in place to make money out of crime? The lawyers, the judges, the courts. Right? All of this is commercialized. This is commercialized. Right? Crime in these societies is a commercial enterprise. Everybody benefits. The lawyers, the courts, the prisons, the economy. Everybody and the people get taxed in order to serve all of this purpose. Is this from wisdom? Is this from justice? Does it even make sense? What does the Sharia do? Cuts it at the very beginning. Pure justice, no commercialization. You murder someone in cold blood, you will be put to death. Pure justice, capital punishment. Who makes money from that? Nobody. Apart from the basic establishment of the facts at the beginning, because you have to establish the facts of the case, right, with witnesses and other evidences, things like that. Apart from that, once the facts are established, then the judgment is very clear. If it was cold, premeditated, that's it. There's no like you have a defense lawyer and then this and this and this and trials. None of that. Right? You establish the facts of the case and justice will be established. Then you can apply this to all other things. So you can see here, we stopped on this ayah. وَلَكُمْ فِي الْقِصَاصِ حَيَاتٌ يَأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. In al-qisas, there is life for you, O people of understanding. This Sharia is for people of understanding. It is not for fools, idiots, right, who are out of their minds and do not know the reality of human nature. It is not for those people. It is for people of who have intellect, reason, who can think, and who care for humanity. This is what this law is for, or who this law is for. That's the second type of evidence. So under this would come many other ayat, many other hadith, right, that mention a reason or a wisdom behind that particular law, or a consequence of that law. Also we know from the fact that Allah Azza wa Jal has gave us many concessions in the Sharia. Right? So an example is مَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيَجْعَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِنْ حَرَجٍ. Allah does not desire that He should put any difficulty upon you in religion. So for example, under this would come like the concession for breaking fast when you're traveling or when you are ill. Right? Those are clear reasons which are given behind certain concessions. Right? That's the third type of evidence. So all of these you can see from the Sharia, we can clearly see there are indicators of the fact that there are wisdoms, there are beneficial interests, and there are goals and objectives. Just from these few examples which I've given. Also, the second type, so this was from